Hey everyone, it's Joyelle and welcome back to my channel. So today I am just kind of dressed down because I'm just going to show you my current updated braid out routine. But before we get started, please don't forget to click that subscribe button down below. And also let me go ahead and introduce you to this week's promo. I'd like to introduce you guys to Bittle things. I have personally been using some of their products such as the Bittle Scalp Therapy, a Bittle Butter, and their Bittle Cuticle Oil. I also have been using this to maintain the moisture on my scalp, especially with my protective styles, and I love it. It smells amazing. My scalp has had no reactions to it, and best of all, it's Black owned. Bittle Things is a Black owned clean hair care and beauty care product company whose mission is to offer lucid, minimalistic, and clean hair care and beauty care products that contains choice, exotic, and unconventional natural and naturally derived safe ingredients for kinky, coily, curly hair men and women who also may suffer from dry scalp and dry problematic skin. You can follow them at Bittle Things on Instagram, or you can go ahead and check out their website and more of their products at www.bittlethings.com. With that said, let's go ahead and just get started. So yesterday was my wash day routine. All I did was wore my silk bonnet on it. So this is what it looks like after taking my silk bonnet off and having taken a shower and just kind of letting the steam do its thing. I'm going to show you guys how I have been stretching my hair. At first I was doing the 2-strand twist, but I noticed that it was still like my ends were still really poofy and weren't really like staying wrapped and smooth, which is the point of stretching my hair because I have been getting fairy knots up the hoo-ha. It is ridiculous. And just detangling my hair on wash days has been a freaking nightmare. I love my afro, but the only time I'll ever wear it out now is probably like on wash days or the day after that, and then I'll have to like do my braid out routine or whatever I'm doing in the meantime. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start going through and putting my hair just in random sections. I'll probably make smaller sections out of these sections, but for right now, I'm going to try and do probably about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 right now, and then I'll probably split each of those in half. We'll see how it goes. If you need to re-dampen your hair, you can. My hair is still fairly easy to part right now, but if I need water, I'll just use my mist bottle. All right, so I got them in about 1, 3, so 6 sections right now, and these will obviously be split into like 2 or 3 more braids, but that's the first part. So one of the tricks to my braid outs is that I don't do it on like soaking wet hair. The whole point is to stretch my hair. I don't really see the point in re-wetting it all the way. Plus, when it's a bit drier, it's easier for it to do the stretching, in my personal opinion. But I do have my mist bottle for my ends if they are kind of dry. Help me finger detangle. But let's go ahead and start with this bottom piece here. I'm just gonna take the bottom chunk here. Ow, ow, ow. I'm probably gonna split this section into about maybe 3. We'll see. The ends are a little dry, so I'm just going to apply just a little bit of water. And then the products that I'm using today, you can use the same leave-in that you used on your wash day. I use the Pattern Beauty leave-in, where if you watched that review from earlier this week, I wasn't a huge fan of. So I am using my Mielle Organics Moisture RX leave-in conditioner. The review for that should be out in a couple weeks, but that is the leave-in that I am using. It is the one that I really like right now. And I'm just gonna use just like a squirt and a half. Honestly, you don't need that much. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna start rubbing that all through my section here. And then start kind of finger detangling. I don't plan on using any tools because we did all that yesterday for my wash routine, and I just don't want to be extra like that. And then, just to kind of help hold things together, what I'm going to use is, I'm not going to use a gel, but I am going to use a butter. I'm going to use a Bittle butter by Bittle Things. They're one of the Black-owned companies that I've done a promo for. I'll go ahead and leave all their information down in the description box for you guys. But I'm just going to take a little bit of that, like maybe a pea-sized amount, and a little more. Rub that through this section here. Go ahead and start braiding. You're going to divide it into 3 sections. I'm going to stop probably like right about here, inch and a half from the bottom, but I'm going to join all 3 sections again, and now I'm going to split it in half. And from here, what I'm going to do is, after you split these 2 sections now, so these 3 are now 2, I'm just going to put a little bit more butter on the ends, and then we're just going to 2-strand twist to finish it off. There. Alrighty, so it's moisturized, and it's not going to take a freaking day to dry. And so that's literally what I'm going to do over my entire head. Alrighty, sorry, we kind of lost daylight there, and then my lights burnt out. My sink is clogged and has been leaking, so I don't know. Like, I thought Halloween was over. Speaking of Halloween, I have eaten so many Skittles, it is repulsive. But I am now done braiding up my hair. I probably should have made this one into 2, but it is what it is. I am going to let these dry for a little bit, probably another hour or 2, put on my bonnet, and then I will see you guys in probably like 2 days. Why is the lighting so weird today? Alrighty. So it has been 2 days now that I've been wearing my braids in. I realized that typically, so you see how right now how it's kind of like split completely down the center. I forgot that like typically I like to like braid a section down the center as well, so that I don't have this like major split when I take my braids out, but I'm honestly not that concerned with it. So I'm gonna start by slowly unraveling the ends, which were the 2-strand twists, and then we'll start to unravel the braided parts. And for those of you wondering kind of like what I did with my hair over the last 2 days, like how did I just go out in my braids? Did I cover it? I just wore a scarf on my head. I will do a video on the headscarf style that I wore, and then also trying out a couple different other styles, just because it's very convenient when, again, your hair is all braided and twisted out and not ready to come out, but you gotta come out of the house. I don't know if you guys used to watch Michelle Phan. She was one of the original big like beauty gurus on YouTube. I know her hair has nothing to do with my type of hair, but I remember watching a video of hers years ago of her curling her hair, and she said that at the bottom half of her hair, she makes them bigger, and then at the top, she makes them a little tighter. I kind of took that same concept when I do like my twist out and my braid outs, is the bottom sections are a little bit bigger. Also, because the bottom section of my hair is a little looser, it's easier for it to maintain its braid or twist at the ends. And then as I got towards the top, I started to make them a little smaller so that they could hold their shape a little better, and also because the hair at the top of my head is the thickest, the densest, so making them smaller, they held the twists in the braids a lot better. So we've got it all unbraided. Still have that split down the center of my head, which is really annoying. I would actually call this a success. It looks really nice. Everything feels super moisturized still. I'm just kind of separating some of the curls, not too much, honestly, but alright. This is probably about as good as it's gonna get for right now, but I'm not too concerned about this twist out not really coming out that great, or if they don't come out like super amazing. Again, I should have braided it down the center like I did the last time I did this, but if not, I'm just gonna put it up in a puff and not worry about it. Okay, so I just put it up in a quick little puff, and then I'm just gonna slide a headband on. And we are gonna call it good. Alright you guys, so that is my updated braid out routine. Honestly, I am just using it to kind of help protect my ends a bit more because I get to wrap it in that butter and keep them twisted and, you know, protect it for a couple days before I bring it back out. Also, having it stretched a bit more is helping reduce a lot of the fairy knots and just makes wash days so much faster when my hair hasn't completely just like shrunk in on itself. Don't get me wrong, I have no problems wearing my afro. I will wear my afros on my wash days, and like the day after when it's still super like moisturized, I can still pick it out without like ripping my skull apart. This is typically what I do. I will just do the braid outs, and if I like how it comes out, I'll wear it for like 2 or 3 days, and then we'll just throw it up in a puff the rest of the week until wash days. But yeah, puffs are saving my life. Yeah. I have a lot of hair, so I get hot very easy. Again, please don't forget to click that subscribe button down below. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.